Hello lovelies, I'm gonna make some amazing, very quick and very tasty Hollandaise sauce for you now. I'm gonna give you a few tricks on how to make sure that Hollandaise sauce doesn't split and creates the perfect consistency. So let's get started. So for a really nice sauce Hollandaise, you only need a few ingredients and there's only a few things you need to look out for really. We're gonna start with our butter, and our butter is an unsalted butter because I want to control how much salt I actually put into my Hollandaise sauce. It comes straight from the fridge and I've just cubed it up. Now, if you can, make sure that you use a butter that has got a minimum of 80% fat content. That will ensure that there's not too much water released while this butter is melting, and you get a much smoother, really nice Hollandaise sauce in the end. So we're just gonna melt this butter, and then we're gonna pour it into a jug because we're going to put it back in later to slowly emulsify this entire Hollandaise sauce. Let's turn it on. I'm gonna pour this melted butter straight into a jug. Basically, we just need to leave that on the side while we are making the rest of the Hollandaise. And you don't even need to clean your bowl now, there's no need for it. It literally just looks like that and it's fine. You're gonna insert your butterfly now, good old butterfly, coming straight into action now because you wanna really whip this Hollandaise. It wants to get really nice and emulsified, but also really creamy and perfect. I'm really already hungry actually for it. What we're gonna add in is our egg yolks. I've just got 4 large egg yolks. You can also use smaller eggs, but maybe you have to use 5 then. We're also gonna add in some lemon juice. You can also use vinegar. This is just for flavor purposes. I quite like the lemon juice instead of the vinegar, and it just makes it a little bit more smooth. Then we're gonna add in a little bit of water. Just use your measuring cup for that one. Use cold water, just a little bit. And that's already enough. And then we're going to add in some pepper and salt because we want to make sure it's nicely seasoned. And this, again, you can do that as you like afterwards as well. You can just sort of taste it a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit in. I use sea salt flakes to make sure this tastes really nice, but you can add any type of salt that you like. We're going to pop this on for 2 minutes with our butterfly and make sure you put the lid on because this can get quite splashy. If you're in the splash zone, be careful. I'm gonna actually make my Hollandaise sauce, which by the way, it's been about 2 minutes and it's now starting to sort of warm up nicely, 4 eggs Benedict. So I want to keep my Hollandaise sauce warm. And I know you probably have seen this before. Your Hollandaise sauce is perfectly cooked, it takes a few minutes, your dinner's been ready, not quite there yet, and then there you are, Hollandaise sauce split. If you don't want that, essentially what you do is you boil some water in the kettle. I'm just gonna get that for you. And I've just boiled it. And then you're gonna pop that water into one of my Thermi Servebowls. So you can get those in the link in the description below. They're really good for keeping food hot or cold. And what you do is essentially just pour some of that hot water in there. And while we are doing the next step of our Hollandaise, this can now heat up and create a really good temperature. You just pop the lid on like this. You don't actually really put the lid on so that it's really tight. We just want the lid sitting on there so that the entire thing can heat up nicely. And now we're going to do the next step. I'm going to turn this on again for about 4 minutes now, and we're going to slowly pour in our butter. And this really has to be done quite slowly because you want to emulsify the Hollandaise sauce. You don't want it to split, so you don't want to go too fast. So we're going to turn on our dial on speed 4 again, and I'm going to slowly, through the measuring cup, get my butter in there, just like you would make a mayonnaise. It's been about 4 minutes and my Hollandaise sauce is now done. Now, if you prefer a thicker consistency to yours, you can increase the temperature to 80 degrees and that will make a much thicker Hollandaise sauce. I cooked it at 70 degrees and this is about what you get from it. It's a really nice consistency. You can see the black pepper in there, which is perfect. I've just quickly rinsed my bowl as I was about to put this Hollandaise sauce in. And now I'm just going to pour that right in here so that it doesn't split and it can stay warm nicely. The servebowl's hot and you can now continue with the rest of your recipe if you are making some breakfast or if you're continuing your dinner. And essentially you can just store this as it is on your surface and Hollandaise sauce is done. Here's a really good serving suggestion for your Hollandaise sauce. I've been keeping it in here really nice and warm, and actually in the meantime, because it's breakfast time, I've made myself some poached eggs. They've just finished basically poaching or cooking, whatever you want to say. And I'm going to serve this up now as eggs Royale. You can also do it as eggs Benedict, however you feel. But I really fancy some smoked salmon today, so I'm going to pop that on an English muffin that I've actually just toasted. You can find the recipe for my English muffin in the link in the description below, where you can see the entire process of the English muffin being made, which is really, really tasty. And all you do essentially is sort of get the top of your poached egg, a little bit like that, peeled off, and then you're going to try and slide that nice and carefully onto your muffin. And then you're going to pop some of this Hollandaise sauce. You can just give it a quick stir right on top, just like that. So this is my finished breakfast eggs Benedict Royale, whatever you want to make at home. I've got myself an eggs Royale right now, but you can just simply do that with ham at home. Mega amazing poached eggs. Find the link in the description below to watch the entire video of how to make poached eggs, and of course how to make yourself a lovely English muffin. And I'm gonna enjoy this now actually, and you guys make that at home. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos and ring that little bell button so you're the first one to know when something else yummy and delicious is going live. See you guys later, and happy breakfast.